Hi there, it is so good to see you. Please hit that subscribe button so we can be sure and see each other again. Today I'm talking about the September birthstone, which is the Sapphire. If you are a September baby, you are lucky. Sapphire is your birthstone. When most people think about sapphire, they think blue. And sapphires do come in blue, of course, and in gorgeous shades of blue, everywhere from light blue to a dark, rich, bright blue. And in the blue spectrum, the dark blue is the more coveted stone and therefore the more expensive stone, but sapphires are gorgeous in just about any shade of blue. In addition to blue, sapphires come in almost all of the colors of the rainbow. They come in orange, green, black, brown, yellow. Not only do sapphires come in a variety of colors, they also come in a variety of qualities. Don't just disregard some of the lower qualities because they're less expensive, but they can be every bit as beautiful and make some very stylish jewelry. When you look at a sapphire, its expense is based on not only its color, but also its clarity. The most precious is when it is very, very clear, and when it is natural, and when it is unheated. This, for example, is a natural blue sapphire that has not been treated. It came out of Sri Lanka. It's a gorgeous color and it's an amazing stone. And it's also an expensive stone. But this is also a sapphire. This is gray. It has inclusions, and it's cut in a rose cut. Had to feel it. I couldn't remember if it was cabochon. And it's done in a rose cut. And while it's nowhere near as pricey as this stone, I love it. I love sort of the rustic look of a more casual sapphire. So the good news there is that while sapphires are expensive, there is a sapphire that you can afford and fall in love with. The more clear sapphires are generally faceted. They're cut like a diamond and they look like that, classic gem. Sapphires can also be done in a cabochon style. And this is generally done for a slightly lower quality stone. If you have the highest quality stone, generally the cutter chooses to facet it. But if it just has beautiful color, but maybe some other characteristics that aren't as highly coveted, it can be cut in a cabochon. And the cabochon is also a gorgeous cut of stone. Another thing that's interesting is some cabochon stones will show a star. This is a really interesting look on a sapphire because what happens is when the stone follows the light, there's a star that appears and it moves along the stone. Two very famous star sapphires are the Star of Asia and the Star of India, both in museums. And the Star of India is the largest sapphire known to man. It weighs in at over 550 carats. The other good news about a sapphire is that it is very hard. A sapphire comes in at a 9 on the Mohs scale, and the Mohs scale goes up to a 10. A diamond is a 10. And you might think, oh, so a sapphire is almost as strong as a diamond. That's not exactly true. The Mohs scale kind of goes on a curve like this, and the 9 is here, the sapphire, and the diamond is way up here as a 10. But it's still a very strong stone. And the good news about that is that it doesn't scratch or doesn't chip very easily, which means that you can wear it in a ring and not be so worried about moving your hands around. If you hit it, you could chip it or break it, but you're far less likely to than in any other stone other than a diamond. But sapphires are also very suitable for necklaces, earrings, bracelets. Pretty much anywhere you want to wear a sapphire is suitable. And people have worn sapphires throughout history. They are one of the most beloved stones all around the world. They're said to bring wisdom, confidence, intuition, spiritual enlightenment. For this reason, a lot of royalty throughout the years have worn sapphires, and also clergy. A lot of clergy have worn sapphires. And sapphires are found in crown jewels all over the world. Historically, just one of the most beloved and prolific stones around the world. Even though they're rare, they're found in a number of places, which meant that a number of different cultures found them and loved them. One of the most famous sapphires that comes to mind in more recent history is, of course, the engagement ring of Princess Diana, now worn by Kate Middleton. And sapphires have been a traditional engagement ring or wedding ring in England for a long time. In Queen Victoria's times, sapphires were every bit as much and maybe even more popular than a diamond. And they make great engagement rings. They look great on a lot of people. They're relatively strong, and they're a great alternative if you're looking for something other than a diamond for your engagement ring. Here's a fun fact about sapphires. Blue is not the most expensive sapphire color. That is the Padparacha sapphire, which is described as sort of an orangey pinkish sapphire, and it is said to be the color of the sunset. And the name comes from the Sanskrit word for lotus flower. It is a beautiful, beautiful stone that you will rarely see. I hope you enjoyed this discussion of September's birthstone, the sapphire. If you did, please check out my playlist on birthstones and let me know in the comments below. Is sapphire your birthstone? What do you think about it? It isn't my birthstone, but it is a stone I happen to love. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to see you again. Bye for now.